Hi, this is John Horn from StubGroup. We're the #1 resource for fixing Google suspensions and policy violations, and we're also one of the top premier Google partner digital advertising agencies in the world. And if you're watching this video, it's probably because your Google Ads account is suspended. Maybe you got an email from Google telling you that was the case, or maybe you logged into your Google Ads account and you saw the red bar of death at the top. Either way, your first question is probably, why is my Google Ads account suspended? And then how do I fix this and get my ads back online? Unfortunately, you're not alone in this. Google suspends millions and millions of ad accounts every single year. There are some things that you do and do not want to do right now in order to increase your chances of getting your ad account unsuspended. The reason that we know what things you should and should not do is because we are hired all the time by businesses who are in the exact same position that you're in and who want to get their ad accounts active ASAP. And over the last decade, we have built up a tremendous amount of experience and understanding about Google policies and compliances and what needs to happen to fix suspensions. So let's go through what you should and should not do. First of all, do not panic and go create a new Google Ads account. This is something that many of the businesses who have hired us have done before they hired us, and it's a fairly, understandable reaction to being suspended. They'll think, oh, we don't know what's wrong with this account, but it's not a big deal. Let's create a new one and use that new one. Here's the problem though. That looks to Google like you're trying to game the system and not fix the initial problem that they told you exists in your suspended account. And it looks like you're going and circumventing the system and creating this new ad account. And usually Google is very good at connecting the dots between the old account and the new account and suspending the new account. And it also hurts your chances of getting the old account unsuspended because, again, it looks to Google like you don't care about their policies and you're doing something that they specifically told you not to do. Now, if you've already made this mistake, don't worry too much. Again, many of the businesses who've hired us have done the exact same thing, and we've still been successful in getting them back online. So you're not dead in the water, but you have hurt your chances and made things more complicated. So if you haven't done this yet, please don't go and create a new account. Just leave things in the existing account, and this is what you need to focus on getting unsuspended. All right, so the next thing that you should do, don't yell at Google. A lot of people, when they see this notification saying that things are suspended, they will immediately submit a quick appeal to Google saying, hey, we didn't do anything wrong, tell us what the problem is, and leave it at that. And that gets you nowhere, because what Google expects to see in an appeal is you saying, hey, here's what happened, here's what we think might have gone wrong, here's what we fixed, and we're sorry, we won't do it again. And what they don't want to see is a question. They're not in the business of answering questions via appeals. They're in the business of either saying, yep, you can advertise again, or nope, you're still suspended. So if you send out that quick appeal asking them a question, you're not going to get a good answer, and the account's going to stay suspended. Additionally, if you try and call Google or email them trying to get more information, it's okay to ask. Typically, you're not going to get much information at all, but it's okay to ask. But again, be professional and courteous in how you approach those conversations. The support reps that you're going to speak with are not the people who suspended your account, and they're not the people who can unsuspend your account. Those people and those systems are completely separate. They're separate policy teams that you're not allowed to speak to, where there's a complete firewall between them and the outside world. And so you're not going to make your case any better by yelling at the person that you're speaking with, and you could hurt your case, because if you're yelling at them, they're not going to be more inclined to help you out and try and escalate things to the right place. So be courteous and respectful. Other things to be very careful with is there are a lot of people on gig platforms like Fiverr and Upwork who advertise that they can help get your account unsuspended. And just again, be very careful about who you work with, because there are a lot of scammers out there, or people who don't know what they're doing, just trying to make a quick buck, and they can hurt your cases if they further make mistakes or just submit a bunch of appeals for you that aren't actually fixing the root problem. So be very careful, read reviews. That's one of the reasons why many businesses hire us, is because they see how many reviews we have over the years, how many people we've helped get back online. And that's, a credibility element that you need to look for and make sure you can trust the people that you're working with. In addition to that, again, if you're going to submit an appeal, don't just send in a half-baked appeal. Look for anything that could be a problem, fix everything that could conceivably be a red flag or a yellow flag to Google, and then be very specific and thorough in your appeal to Google, explaining what has happened and what you've done. Because if you just submit a bunch of appeals that, again, are half-baked or just asking questions of Google, that's going to hurt your chances of success. Google's going to see that you're not taking things seriously, you're not trying to fix what Google thinks is the problem, and that decreases your chances of ever getting your account unsuspended. So hopefully that list of things is helpful to you. If you're in this situation and you want some expert help, here at StubGroup, we'd be happy to talk with you, see what's going on, and see if we can help. Again, we've seen so many different reasons for suspensions, and we have fixed so many account suspensions that we can bring a lot to the table to help. So if you're interested, you can reach out through our website, stubgroup.com, and let's see what's going on and see how we can help.
Hey. Thanks for watching another knowledge-packed video from StubGroup. We're the #1 resource for fixing Google suspensions and policy violations. We're also one of the top premier Google partner agencies in the world. We'd love to help you fix your suspension, dominate Google ads, and grow your business. So please subscribe to this channel for more great tips and insights into all things Google. And check out the description below to get expert help for your own suspension. Thanks.